And also this film about sight helping these blind orphan children and talk about my research over many years, trying to figure out how to stop the scarring of these blind orphan children's eyes. And I found out the only persons that who does not scar are unborn children. But how can you do research on unborn child to figure out how to stop scarring without hurting a baby? They say there's no common ground between science and faith. But fortunately, I persisted. I did not give up. I prayed to Christ many times. Is there a common ground between science and faith? Eventually, I felt that God was giving me an idea, suggestion, that maybe the reason the unborn child can heal without scar has to do with the amniotic membrane that used to wrap around each of us before birth. And then maybe that's the membranes what give us the ability to heal without scar before birth. So I got lots of placentas donated to me by mothers. I've given birth to children. The placenta is discarded anyway. And I did lots of research on placenta with the amniotic membrane, eventually developed the amniotic membrane contact lens. And when I put the scarless fetal amniotic contact lens onto injured eyes, indeed, scar is much reduced and sight is restored. Then I asked myself, Paul, I said, did I really invent the amniotic membrane contact lens? I concluded, no, I did not invent the placenta. I did not invent the amniotic membrane. God did. The glory belongs to him. So what I decided to do is I just donated technology to the world. I put my patent online and just showed to the world how to do it. And I actually went around the world to about 50 some countries over a 20-year period, taught about over 10,000 eye doctors how to use the amniotic membrane technology. Today, 20 years later, as described in the film, amniotic membrane contact lens has now been used by eye doctors from nearly every nation, and millions of patients have their eyesight restored. It's really a technology has essentially transformed the world. And it also shows that God wants science and faith to work together. Even though it was interesting in the process, I did not make any money myself, but some friends said, oh man, you're stupid. I said, no, I'm not stupid for two reasons. One, I'm answering God's calling and recognizing as a researcher, and I did not invent these things. God did. God just allowed me to discover what he has already created to begin with. And that's number one. So the credit goes to Christ. And second, as an immigrant, I'm so grateful to America for giving me the opportunity, the freedom and faith. And that's my little way of paying back as an immigrant.
A couple things popped out as you were saying that. Often we see certain professions as greedy, and we're thought to be greedy. You saw something and said, it's not something I can own. It's something I found, and through that have blessed millions of people. But the other thing I noticed is the way you tell your story is you were stuck. The only way, I have this possible solution, but the only way to use it is to harm babies. And I'm not going to harm babies rather than taking the shortcut, than justifying the ends justify the means. We hear it so often in so much of the progressive talks. He said, no, let me find a way to do this without taking that shortcut. And because of that, you have, again, what God created. The placenta is there. I don't have to harm anyone. To me, it shows a character that says, I'm not going to take the easy way out because there's got to be a better way. And sometimes, Americans, we want that instant coffee in a microwave oven. We want it now, and we are not willing to wait and find a better way.